you ever wonder if you could be a spy? What is it that might attract you? Intrigue? A sense of adventure? Or maybe the seduction of danger? To become a spy requires a commitment to secrecy, a life hidden in the shadows. Now ask yourself, why would you be willing to do that? If it's greed that compels you, you're not alone. A burning desire for money motivates many spies.
Aldrich Ames and his wife Maria were enemy spies.
Ego plays a large role. Some agents derive an immense satisfaction from deceiving everyone around them. Still others become spies because they have been caught in a compromised situation and are ripe for blackmail. For many, however, it is a genuine sense of patriotism or an ideological persuasion that draws them to become undercover agents. Driving all this is a thirst for knowledge and power. The gathering of information, called intelligence, is the lifeblood of all nations.
What you try to do is acquire, steal, collect another nation's secrets or options that give you an advantage. Because whenever the president was going to make a major decision, he turned to his intelligence community and say, tell me what the ground truth is.
The evidence is incontrovertible.
Consider the case history of the Cuban Missile Crisis. Intelligence from U-2 spy planes gave President John F. Kennedy crucial time. 144 hours, 6 days to plan and announce to the world a response that was powerful and yet measured. A blockade instead of an airstrike. The Cold War was clearly the intelligence community's finest hour, saving Russia and the United States from the unimaginable horror of a nuclear war. But spying works both ways.
Well, the key element of Russian and Soviet intelligence efforts was the human penetration. We tried hard to get people inside the White House, number one target. The CIA, the FBI, the Congress of the United States. By the late 90s, the number of Russian intelligence officers reached the same levels, and some people say even more than in the worst years of the Cold War.
Today, there are more spies in Washington, D.C. than any other city on Earth. And there are hundreds of organizations actively engaged in espionage around the world. Should you have access to the right people, to the right information, well, you could find yourself in a valuable position to change the course of history. But wait a moment. You should understand what's at risk. The consequences could change your life. Discovery, humiliated, stigmatized. Deportation, banished, shipped out of the country. Detainment, harsh interrogation, torture, and maybe death, shot at dawn, electrocuted. But perhaps the most difficult aspect of spying is the day-to-day deceit.
One of the things that you learn early is that you don't trust much, and so you learn that you have to be suspicious. Trust no one. You better look very closely at what you think you're seeing. It's not necessarily what you think it is.
So, do you think you could be a spy? Now it's time to assume your cover. Learn the craft of espionage. Test yourself. Your trip will be through a different history of civilization. The secret history of history. But be cautious. You're not the only one. There are other spies among you. And if they're good, you'll never know who they are.